Voters in Ada County will see county commissioners on their primary ballot next week. I'm your neighborhood reporter Jessica Davis with more from 4 candidates hoping to end up on the November ballot for District 3. Budgeting and growth are two things county commissioners have to handle, and in Ada County, 4 candidates are running for District 3. Heather Luther works for Ada County and says she wants to look at how the agency can cut costs.
Are we over budgeting in certain areas, which of course it happens. You always try to budget a little higher for growth and inflation, but are we going even above that?
Opponent Brandon Durst agrees with a need to tighten the county's budget.
And what I think we need to do is go through a lean management assessment to see where we can cut. And then we need to partner with our nonprofit and faith-based organizations in places where it's appropriate to make sure that we can do that.
Candidate Sharon Ullman, on the other hand, says each year the budget should start at zero, creating a clean slate.
Start at the ground up. Start at zero each year. Don't start with the prior year's budget and assume that everything in it was necessary or is again necessary.
Incumbent Tom Daly agrees with the zero-based budgeting process and says the commission has challenged departments to look at what they need and what costs they can cut.
Those department heads, they are doing it. They're taking the challenge that the commissioners gave them to look at ways that they can reduce their budgets, reduce their personnel. And just as an example, in my one year of budgeting, we've reduced the personnel in Ada County by 23 people.
Growth is another hot topic for commissioners, so I asked how they'd approach a rise in county population.
What we can do is we can work with developers, because the private sector is the important part. That's the energy of our system of government is the private sector. So we need to not work with them, not inhibit them by regulation, but work with them so that they can develop methodology.
We can grow in places like southeast of Boise, towards Elmore County. There are places, Mayfield, Orchard Flats, those areas where we can grow. We can be, and those already have access to infrastructure that we could utilize. And that would actually reduce the strain on our infrastructure, like our roads.
Pertaining to growth, Heather Luther says it's important to consider how infrastructure impacts the community.
The last thing you want is for people to feel like they can't be happy and fulfill their life in their home area anymore.
We can ensure that we're not using government dollars, tax dollars, government dollars are our money, of course, to bring people here, to recruit people to come here, but we do need to accommodate the people who are here now.
You still have time to learn about each candidate running for the election, as Election Day is on Tuesday, May 21st. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Jessica Davis, in Ada County for Idaho News 6.